Hey you guys, it's your favorite real estate professional and entrepreneur, Andrea Saunders, and I wanted to tap in really quickly. So in lieu of the recent NAR settlement, I wanted to give a little advice that could possibly help my fellow realtors and real estate professionals. So I am no guru by any means, but one thing real estate has taught me is how to effectively communicate. So when it comes to dealing with your clients, you have to be comfortable and confident communicating with them on the real estate process and all that it entails. So if you're not familiar with the settlement, once upon a time, commissions, buyers agents commissions were outlined in the listing. It was just standard that the seller pays the commissions. So now with the settlement, that is no longer a requirement. So what does that mean to you as a professional? You have to outline and put in writing what commissions are, who's going to pay, and everybody needs to agree and be clear. So how does that affect you? Ultimately, you need to have the money conversation with your client, because sometimes there is a deficit in what the seller is willing to pay, and sometimes the seller isn't willing to pay anything at all, unfortunately, but you gotta get paid. So here's how I'm here to help. How do you have the money conversation with your client? Well, first of all, you should have a buyer-broker agreement in place, which outlines your relationship with your client. It also has a component that outlines commissions, how much that commission is, and who's going to pay it. So when you're discussing commissions, the way I do it is to have a very direct and straightforward conversation. And before I get into the actual conversation, one way to go confidently into the conversation is to ensure that you're providing value to your clients. The more valuable they find you, the more comfortable they are ensuring that you get paid. If you're an agent that is passive, has no negotiation skills, they haven't learned anything from you, and you're just there to collect a commission, they won't feel good about having to pay you anything. So make sure you're a realtor that is educated and providing that education to your clients, whether it's education on the home buying process, connecting them with resources that are useful to them, but make sure they deem you valuable so when you talk about money, there's no problem at all. So quick role play. You're the buyer, I'm the agent. So I've sent you over my buyer's representation agreement and associated disclosures. In regards to the commission, my commissions are normally 3%, and they're typically paid by the seller. However, if there is a deficit, for instance, the seller is only paying 2.5, you will be responsible for that 0.5%, but that will be included in your closing costs. And closing costs typically range between 3 to 6% of the sales price. If you have any questions about any of the disclosures that I sent, please don't hesitate to reach out, call, text me, whatever. But everything is straightforward. It outlines our relationship and exclusivity to one another. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make sure you get paid. Now, remember, your client should feel that you are a valuable asset to their home buying process. So focus on educating them and providing them with valuable resources. You know my mission, you know my motto is always to help you shift your mindset, acquire assets, and buy real estate like a boss. Peace.